Welcome and good evening, everyone. This is Justin, aka Dragon Blogger, here with a midweek stream, which is very rare for me. I usually do not stream on weekdays, but because of the special event with the Apple conference and the announcement of the iPhone 14 and the Apple Watch Series 8 and the AirPods Pro 2, a couple of our sponsors got together. They wanted to showcase some of their stuff that they already launched to market today. Basically, they were waiting for the iPhone 14 to release, and they just flooded their products on Amazon. So some of our sponsors appreciated if we were to do a couple of streams showcasing some of the stuff they just launched. To just put the idea, if you're going to be pre-ordering the iPhone 14 Pro, Pro Max, or the base iPhone 14, that you might want to pick up some of these accessories, which are benefit. Hey, Robin, how are you doing? Hey, James, Vicky, Blake. I see you guys. So hopefully, I have to have the AC on. So hopefully my background noise cancellation is doing okay. My gain on my mic is okay. Let me know if there's any issues with distortion or too much background feedback. But did the best I could, being the fact that it is so hot. I had to have, and for those who don't know, I live in Southern California and we're having like a tremendous heat wave here, like most of the country, but I don't have central air conditioning. I have only a couple of portable AC units in 3 rooms of my house, and they struggle. The 8,000 to 10,000 BTU units really struggle. So it's about 85 in my room right now with my AC fighting at full blast, trying to keep it cool. So 85 degrees in this room with the AC, over 90 in my hallway and my room without the AC. So it's very, very hot. Very hot in here. Hey, Traveldea. Hey, Eric. How you doing? Okay, good. Glad I'm super clear. Yeah, because I have the air conditioner going. Oh, no, Nate in the chat, huh? Only 6. Oh, really? It's that nice in New Jersey right now? God, lucky. Pouring sweat. And worse, we're going to have a brownout this weekend. I have to deal with I just found out I have to deal with a 6-hour power outage on Saturday. And so I'll have to figure out how to get around that and deal with that. But in the meantime, let's showcase what we came here to showcase. So the iPhone 14 is announced. And if you haven't heard, it's pretty fantastic. It's not just it may be an incremental upgrade in the phone itself. And where's my iPhone 12 Pro Max? Okay. Ah, here it is. Yeah, I've got so many phone replicas that I don't know what's the real phone and what's the fake phone anymore. I get a lot of model phones, like replica phones. So many, in fact, that this is just a fun fact. I have so many model replica phones that sometimes, if I'm holding all my phones together, I can't tell which is the real one and which is the fake one. So sometimes I have to keep them separated so I don't get confused. Oh wait. Can't get this out of alignment. Which is alignment tonight? This one. So I got a lot of replicas. Yeah, when you do case testing like we do, we can't have every single model of actual phone. So we get our hands on exact aluminum metal frame replicas, where they're basically exact clones of the phone, except without real components and guts on the inside. They're for case testing, because I can't have every single phone model in existence. It's just impossible. Too many phones to buy. And I'm not big enough to have like Apple and Samsung send me all their latest phones. Although if Samsung's listening, I would really like the flip phone. Please send me the flip phone. No, there's not weight the same. iPhone 12 and this phone is quite a bit lighter. It doesn't have the internal guts. It's hollow on the inside. But they are metal aluminum, and they do have the same display. Same display. It just doesn't have all the motherboard inside of it. So this is my Samsung S22 Ultra replica right here. That's in this gooseneck right here. So just to let you know, this is an ad hoc 1-hour stream, or a little less than an hour left. Aster is still going on tonight. She'll be going on after me from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific. So I'm just doing an early stream, kind of like a lead-in stream to her. She still has her full show after the show. So really we'll be doing 3 hours total. I'll just be filling up the first hour, and she'll be doing, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific afterwards. So I was going to tell you, so with the new iPhone 14, it's not cheap. And you can see the iPhone 12 Pro Max is on sale now. It's an unlocked iPhone 12 Pro Max still has a lot of value, and I particularly like this Pacific Blue. I actually have had this phone less than a year, and it's still perfectly capable. What I like about the iPhone 12 Pro Max is it has a really, really nice camera. Better than the Pro. It almost is not worth getting the Pro, because when you have the Max, the camera is so much better that it makes it worth it getting the Max version. Even if the Pro has the same footprint size, which it's not worth getting the Pro, in my opinion, especially if you like taking a lot of photography or video with your phone, it makes the extra difference. The iPhone 14 Pro Max, which I will be upgrading to, by the way, the pre-order comes open in a few days, has an even better camera, 48 megapixels, but also has built-in AI image stabilization to where it basically digitally uses a gimbal without you needing to have a separate gimbal, and I'm really curious to try that feature out. So I will be getting the iPhone 14 Pro Max, pre-ordering it on release day, and then hopefully it'll come within a couple of weeks right away. But I still love my iPhone 12 Pro Max, and believe it or not, I'm going to be shipping my iPhone 12 Pro Max to Nate after I get my iPhone 14 Pro Max, so that he can do live streams to TikTok while we do Amazon live streams. So we're going to be expanding our live streams, because we already live stream to Twitch and YouTube and Facebook, but we're also going to be live streaming to TikTok, and I'll be sending him my phone currently that you see as his TikTok streaming phone. So moving on to the next level. My absolute favorite accessory for any phone, it doesn't matter if it's iPhone, doesn't matter if it's Android, my absolute favorite headset accessory for any phone is the Shokz Open Run Pro. And you've probably heard me talk about Shokz ever since I got my first Shokz headset last December. Was the first time I got my first Shokz headset. How you doing, cool shopper? And I can't stop talking about how much I like my Shokz, because I wear them all the time, practically all day long. If I'm not on a headset at work and I'm not on conference calls, I wear them when I go for walks. I wear them when I go to the store. They're literally always on my head, because I love having the open ear design. I love being able to just turn on my music and hear everything that's going on around me while I hear my music being transferred through my bones into my eardrum, my ear canal. And the fidelity and sound is decent. It's not bad at all. Even though it gets a little muddy in the bass, and I've told you that it gets a little muddy in the bass range, it's not quite as clear, it gets a little buzzy, but it's still more than functional, and the trade-off in having the open ear design is fantastic. I mean, my treadmill was supposed to come yesterday and did not come. I'm still waiting for my treadmill to come, but you could bet once that treadmill comes, I have these on, I'll be rocking my treadmill for, 30, 45-minute sessions, just walking, jogging, until I build up enough stamina to keep increasing, and these Shokz are going to be my go-to all the time. Pair via Bluetooth. You can pause with the button on the side and, stop, fast forward track. One thing to know about the Shokz is they charge via this magnetic pin cable, which I'll unplug right here and show you. So they have this little magnetic pin charging, which just simply pops right here. It snaps into place, and it just starts charging. Now, because it is a proprietary cable, if you travel with it, just know you're only going to get about 7 hours, maybe 8 hours of battery life. I got about 7 when I last traveled with these. So you're going to have to take this proprietary cable with you to charge it on the go, because it does not use a USB-C or a micro USB. You have to have this magnetic pin. So if you lose this cable, you have to buy another one. It doesn't use a standard USB-C cable. I'm not sure why the Open Run Pro chose to use this magnetic pin, because the Open Move uses USB-C. So the more budget-friendly version of the Shokz Open Move uses USB-C, which everybody has a USB-C cable. I'm assuming they chose the Open Run Pro with the magnetic is because this is more waterproof and sweat-proof and rainproof than the Open Move. So the magnetic pin charging prevents you from having that open port that can get water in it. And I think that might be why they chose the magnetic charger, but I don't know for certain. Pretty sure it's related to that, though. Usually when you see waterproof headsets, you'll notice they use magnetic chargers rather than have open plug port chargers, just to prevent dust and water from getting them. So that's usually a design decision to help it be more waterproof. So next up on the list, and I have to just go grab this one that's on the table right here. Now, Mrs. Dragonblogger just showed this off on Sunday. This is the VR URC 20,000 milliamp power bank. What makes this power bank so special is the fact that, A, it just plugs right into the wall itself. You just plug it in, It just sits there, it charges, gives you its charge indicator at the top here, tells you when it's 100%. Right now this one's at 84%. And as big as it is, it comes with built-in cables. You got your built-in USB-C, micro USB, and your built-in lightning cable. Now the cables are short, so they're only good for like putting your phone on it and then leaving it like right on top of it in the power bank setting. But it's not overly bulky, and it gives a ton of power. Like within an hour, it can charge your phone from 50% to 100%, 25%. It just stores a lot. So taking this to Vegas, this solely charged the phone for 3 days by itself on a single battery, and it holds up very well. It's fairly compact. You can simultaneously use the USB-C and USB-A outputs to charge other devices as well. So you can use the internal cables and you can use the USB port at the same time. So you can charge multiple phones at the same time. I know, I really want to test the Fold 4 too. I really am curious about it. I'm on the fence. It's very expensive though. And I'm not a huge, believe it or not, I'm not a huge fan of Android operating system. I actually like the iOS ecosystem. But I'm very curious about it. So if you need a relatively great power bank, and I lose cables all the time. I misplace cables at airports, hotel rooms. I leave cables behind. I'm always losing cables. I'm always having to buy new cables. And in fact, I just had to buy a new lightning cable, which I'm including in tonight's stream, because I keep losing cables. My kids lose them at school. My kids lose them at the gym. Cables go everywhere. So I love that it has built-in cables. That, to me, that's the biggest selling point. You don't have to worry or remember to pack that separate cable. Now, the only thing I have a con on is the plug is a little loose. I felt like it could snap and hold up a little bit better. It's just a little loose. I felt it could have been a little tighter. It works. It's functional, but I felt it's a tad loose. It could be a little tighter. That's about the only thing I found about this one. So next up, we're going to cover some brand new iPhone 14 series cases, but they do make these cases for older versions of the iPhone as well. Yeah, very, very fast. Very fast charging. And by the way, I've noticed some things about USB-C too. USB-C 2, even though USB 3.2 is supposed to be fast and have the same virtual throughput speed, USB-C is way faster at charging. And I get better data throughput with USB-C on everything that I've used USB-C. So if you have a chance to choose between using your USB-A port or using your USB-C port, get the USB-C to USB-C cables or USB-C to Lightning cables, because the USB-C will always give you faster charging. It has more power delivery than the USB-A, even with the smart charging. So next up, this was a pretty cool case here, and these are all really, really nice cases. So this is the Case Coup. It's called their Coup Shock case, and what makes this case unique is they have an extra 2.5 millimeter bumper around the camera lenses to protect the camera lenses, as well as they specialized in a material that's fingerprint proof. So most clear cases, you could tap your thumbs on it. If you got oily fingers like I do, you'll leave fingerprints all over it. This is relatively fingerprint and smudge proof. And it's just really easy to just slip your phone in and use it for bumper protection. It's got the airbags in the corner to help give that extra protection. And I like that it adds the little tactile presses to your buttons. And it just works pretty nice. Now, what I also like is some cases do not give you enough room around the plug. Have you ever bought some third-party plugs and the plug heads are a little wider than the traditional ones and they don't quite fit? Well, because this gives you a little bit of extra room around the plug head of the case, you don't have to worry about those plug heads that have just a little bit of extra fatness or thickness that don't make them fit quite right with cases where that are cut too close. So it's got a good option on that. I particularly like the translucent black, which allows you to see your phone right through it. Even though it darkens the shade of the blue, in bright sunlight, you can still see my phone's blue case right through this. But overall, really, really nice case. I like this design very well. They actually have a newer version of this model that's not out yet, which I gotta say is probably even more liked. I'm gonna show you this case now next, because they haven't released this one, and I was just so psyched about how cool this one was. So this case now, this is their next one coming out, and it's about a week or two for this one coming out. But this case, I gotta give you some excitement about this one. This one has a ring stand built into the case so that the case can stand vertically or horizontally, and it folds to be completely flush. So this and this is kind of the upgraded version of this, and this one I geeked out even more about because I was able to just you don't have to deal with a separate phone stand, you don't have to deal with a separate thing. It has the ring stand built in. So stay tuned for this case too. This case is coming out very soon as well. Next up is their traditional clear case. Now it's funny because even though the cases are relatively the same cut dimensions, this clear case has some advantages to the case I just showed you. The first is this one is a little, it's non-skid, but it's a tad slippery. It's a tad slippery. It's just a little bit slippery. It's got a little bit of slickness to it. This one, what stream is it going down again? Is my stream going down again? Hey, bye things sometimes. How you doing? This case is far more anti-skid. It almost has like, do you remember those little sticky hands that used to throw on the walls and they used to stick on the walls and they used to be all long and stretched out? They have that like stickiness to it. I swear, whatever material they used to make this case, it reminds me of that stickiness, those little sticky hands used to throw on the wall, because it's not like sticky, like it doesn't leave any residue, but it is so anti-friction and anti-skid that this is the most anti-skid case I've ever touched in my life. It literally just has so much resistance and friction to it. It kind of reminds me of those little sticky hands, those little sticky things they used to throw against the wall. What were those called? Sticky, stickiness, yes. So this also has thicker bumper protections on its corners. They have these little tiny airbags, these gel airbags in the corners, so that should you bang your phone or drop it, it's gonna, because when your phone drops, primarily your phone's gonna fall and it's more likely to hit one of the corners. And the more cushion the corner is, the less likely you'll get screen crack or damage. So yes, thick with thick THICC bumper protection. Just like the other cases, they've got the extra lens padding over here. The cut is 2.5 millimeters above the lenses. So when you place your phone face down, your lenses of your camera are not scratching or touching the surface that you're laying your phone on, which is important because you can't take good photos if you get smudges, scratches, or debris on your lenses. You have to constantly be cleaning them with lens cleaning cloths. So the padding there is quite well as well. But overall, they do the cuts at the bottom for your speakers and your plug for extra room. I was actually pretty pleased. Again, with this case, because it feels like spider webbing level of stickiness, it's a huge difference. However, and I'll show you how oily my fingers are, right? I'll just like do this. If you could see that, can you see the smudged fingerprints? The clear one does definitely show fingerprints, whereas the transparent one does not. Let's see if I can show fingerprints there. But yeah, the only thing about the clear case is it shows fingerprints a little easier than the transparent black one does. Yeah, I've got like really oily fingers. I don't know why I exude so many oils, but I leave fingerprints everywhere. I'm like the worst person at leaving DNA evidence because I leave like very clear fingerprints on everything I touch, like literally. Like if you took a black light, I leave DNA everywhere. Like I'm not one of those people that like barely leaves fingerprints. Like literally my oils create entire patterns of fingerprints everywhere. I just exude a lot of oils in my fingers for some reason. Very oily fingers. I'm just an oily guy. Yeah, between that and my hair, my ear, my hair is falling out, my eyelashes and my eyebrows and my ear hairs. Leave DNA everywhere. So next up, now this is a particularly useful case if you do wireless magnetic charging. So this case itself is just like the clear case, exact same specs and functionality as the previous clear case. The difference is this one, now they said they improved it with a much stronger magnetism in this ring than their previous model, but even when you have this clear case, the magnetism, because this case is fairly thick, if you look at it, it's actually pretty thick, it degrades the magnetism between the wireless charger and the back of your phone where it has the wireless charging, whereas this case will pass the magnetism straight through. And so it will actually charge your case faster and charge your phone faster when putting it on those little magnetic ring discs when you're using a MagSafe case or a case that has a built-in magnet ring that matches your phone, because it transfers the magnetism through the case better than if you have a case that does not have one. And they claim that this is 200% better magnetism than any previous model that they make. So that is really important. So it is pretty powerful. And I was going to show you something here. So just to show you how powerful this magnet is, this is the magnet on the back of the case, right? That's the magnet on the case. Now, this is my dummy phone. There's no magnet on this dummy phone. So this is just the magnet on the case itself that's strong enough for me to hold this up. Because this is not my real phone. That's my real phone. This is the case. Again, no magnet on this phone because it's not a real phone. It's just a replica. At least I don't think so. Let me see if I just made a liar on myself. Yeah, see, no magnet. It just comes right off. Nothing. Yep. Just the case magnet. Here's something else interesting. Did you know the iPhone 14 Pro Max, the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and the iPhone 12 Pro Max are so similar in spec, they could fit into the same cases. The only difference is the cut for the camera doesn't quite fit right, but they actually can still fit in the same cases. So spec-wise, they can fit on a jam, but the camera cut just doesn't look like it's perfectly lined up. It's a little off-centered, stuff like that. But the iPhone 14 Pro Max, 12 Pro Max, and 13 Pro Max have the same exact specifications. The only difference is the camera placements, and so just the cut looks a little weird if you're going to use the wrong case. Like this is the iPhone 14 Pro Max case on my iPhone 12 Pro Max, and you can see fits fine. All buttons line up perfectly. The only difference is it looks kind of odd around the cameras because there's a bigger cut for the camera on the iPhone 14 Pro Max case than there is for my iPhone 12 Pro Max. Yep, it's the cameras. There's much larger cameras, much better cameras. And in fact, the funny thing is the iPhone 13 Pro Max has such an incredible macro lens that the iPhone 12 Pro Max don't have, that I use my wife's phone, who has the iPhone 13 Pro Max, when I need to take macro shots. Like when she needs me to take shots of her earrings while they're in her ear, like the threaded earrings and stuff, I can't do it well with my iPhone 12 Pro Max. I got to use her iPhone 13 Pro Max because it has a much better macro lens. All right. Next up, this is duplicates of basically the same thing. And these are really cool, and I highly recommend these. And these are better than some that I've showcased. These are waterproof floating airbag pouches for your phone. And you can use these for anything not specific to an iPhone. CaseCoo makes among the best ones that I've tested because they have really thick airbags. And I use the word thick a lot in the stream. I noticed them. I noticed that. I'm catching myself. These things have such large airbags in them. Should you drop it in a pool or in a lake or something like that, your phone is going to float to the top, and you do not have to worry about your phone sinking and falling away to limbo indefinitely. It also has a little pouch that you could slide in like a credit card or a hotel room key. Like think about taking your phone and just your hotel room key down to like the hotel pool. That's where something like this comes in because you could put the little hotel key in there, know that it's going to be safe and waterproof. You got your phone in there, and you could touch the phone buttons right through, no issue at all. It completely transfers your finger touch right through the case pouch, and it's waterproof. Again, inflated airbag here. Just drop it in the water, it'll float. It has a lanyard attachment, and this lanyard comes in the matching. This is the white one because I have the white one as well. You can get it where it's white plastic with the white lanyard, or black plastic with the black lanyard. Either one works fine, and both are good options for you to just wear your phone around your neck, or good for swimming. Like I said, I was on a cruise back in, seems like forever now, but it's back in February. All right, stop. Okay, another tip for your phone. If you want to lock your phone and not allow your biometric to open it, because I didn't want my biometric to open it, keep unlocking my phone, hit your phone button 5 times and then click cancel, and then it will not let you get back in your phone without your passcode. It won't let you use a biometric to unlock your phone. So if you ever want to lock your phone and not have it auto-unlock with biometric, like leave it to where it requires the passcode, just tap that lock button 5 times, and that's how you do that. So, again, I was on a cruise back in February, and while we were getting on our tender boat, and a tender boat's a small boat that you get off from the cruise ship because some of the ports we go to, the cruise ship is too big to pull up directly to the port, so you have to go take a tender boat where they kind of give you the ramp between your boat and the tender boat. So as we were getting on the tender boat, somebody dropped their phone, it rolled down the ramp, fell into the ocean, completely gone. And like everybody was stunned. We were all looking at each other, not sure what to do. You could see the guy's just like literally his face just like haunted. Now this would have prevented the phone from sinking. There's other people, other holiday vacationers. They had the lanyards. They had the pouches. He didn't have it. He just was carrying his phone in his hand. Now this would have allowed the phone to float. Not sure he could have convinced somebody to go swim for it or fish it out of the water, but it wouldn't have sunk. It would have been possible to retrieve it. So, just something to think about. No, he didn't. Did not have a phone pouch. He just had his phone in his hand. Nothing at all. No lanyard, no nothing. Whereas we all had our phones in lanyards. The cases with lanyards. He just an accidental slip. So, pools, beach, anywhere you're going to be around water. Now, obviously, if you're going to sit on the sand and you're not going to go swimming in the waves, you probably don't need this. But especially if you're going to be in a pool, you're going to be in a lake. If you're going to be on a boat, it is better safe than sorry. Have one of these. Put your phone in it. Put anything you don't want to get wet in it. It's worth it. It's worth it. All right. So that was both versions of that. Next up, iPhone cord. So I like Crave products. Not during my quick stream. I may do one during Aster's stream next, just because it'll be 3 hours total, but not during this stream. So if you enter during this stream and enter live, I won't clear the... Wait, hold on. Will I clear the entries? I don't know if I cleared the entries now. Let me check. Yeah, I gotta clear the entries. So I'll clear the entries before Aster's stream. And if you want to enter during her stream, I might do one gift card during her stream. So if you want to stick around for Aster's stream after my stream, I'll do a gift card if you stick around through both streams. It will be because as soon as I end my stream, she's going to start her stream. I'll clear the entries right before Asteroidea's stream at 7 p.m. Pacific. She goes on right after me in 30 minutes. So I like the brand Crave because Crave makes really high quality products. They make aluminum and solid metal power banks that are really durable and super thin. They make a lot of power banks that I like. So I bought this Crave lightning cable, and I wanted a different color because I like to color code my purposes for cables. I don't know if everybody's like that. You ever like buying like a different cable for a different purpose? Like I like my son to have a green cable, my other son to have a red cable. You know, I like having different color-coded cables for different family members so I know who's losing stuff and who isn't. I also like different color-coded cables for different purposes. Like, even though it's an iPhone cable, right, I might say, okay, I want the gold one will be my tablet charger cable, or my phone charging cable would be this one. And so I'm one of those people that I color-code my cables for different purposes. I don't know why. It may be weird. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know if anybody does anybody else do that but me? Like, have specific to help ease things out, because if you'll notice, I've got a red cable right here, right? I use different color cables for different reasons, and I like having color-coded cables because when my room is full of cables, instead of putting labels, because I'm lazy, right? I could use a label maker, I could use one of those labels and wrap a label or a tie around it, but I'm lazy, I don't even want to make labels, so I just buy different color cables for different purposes, so I know exactly what they want to do. Yes, I'm demonstrating a cable. So what I like about this cable is you get the length you want, they're nice and tightly braided, and I like the color options. This had that like kind of rose gold, so I was going to give this cable to my wife because my wife one of her cables just broke. I guess the inside, some cables last only a couple of months, some last a year. It just depends how much crimping and twisting gets done, but she would plug her cable into her phone and it would never charge. Like the charge symbol would never come on, and we determined it's just cable. So the rose gold one I thought was a good color for Mrs. Dragon Blogger because she has the rose gold Apple Watch and she has a lot of rose gold color items. So I know this is her cable. I won't steal her cable if I'm going to look for a lightning cable. So one thing I like about the Crave cables, again, is we talked about cables that have thicker plug heads in certain cases, not allowing those thicker plug heads, whereas this cable has a proper plug head that's exactly the same size as the true iPhone cable. So you don't have to worry about it being too thick. Like, let me show you the cable on this. So look at the cable on... So if you look at the cable that came with the power bank, you see how the plug head gets really, really thick right there? And thickens out, especially with this little edge right here. This one doesn't have that. It's perfectly thin and simple. So Crave cables tend to last a long time for me. Pretty happy with Crave cables. This is the Crave lightning cable that's rose gold. Nothing special, just a rose gold cable. Hey, Miss Dragon Blogger, this is your cable. I got this one for you. Let me take a drink here. Hydrate or dihydrate. Some people can't hear. The streaming? Oh, nice. Okay, just checking the microphone. Yeah. There's also that mode in Chrome browser where you can turn on the live subtitle enhancements. Remember, Courtney showed us how to do that when she came to our stream. She told us you can go into the Chrome browser and go to settings, and then you search up live caption, and you enable live captions, and then you'll get subtitles for all live streams. Twitch, Amazon, basically any video that plays, you'll get live captions. But I don't think that happens on the phone. That's only if you have Chrome browser on PC. So one other thing I forgot to tell you about with these Case Coop cases, and I forgot, and I can't believe I forgot. They all come with a stand, every single one of them. That's one of the things I like about Case Coop. They come with this little stand, and it works in horizontal mode or vertical mode. You just slide your phone in, and it holds it in horizontal mode or vertical mode. And they all come with it. Every single Case Coop case comes with this little plastic stand that you can use in horizontal or vertical mode. That's one thing I forgot to mention about their cases. The other thing, too, is the newer cases, they never used to, but they come with these Case Coop CUDA stickers. Now, this is probably something that's only going to appeal to kids, but say you get a case for yourself, you could always give your kids stickers. I know when I was a kid, I used to always like putting stickers on spiral notebooks or basically anything. My bookshelf was just full of stickers. So this CUDA Panda, they include stickers now. They never used to. That's only been in the new cases, because I've gotten Case Coop cases for years, and all the new ones have the CUDA stickers now. CUDA stickers. Yeah, just stickers. I always like stickers because whenever I get products like Red Dragon or the products with stickers, my son usually puts them on something. So, in keeping in line, now this entire stream tonight is related to phone accessories, cases, and gadgets. That's all that's in my carousel tonight. Another product that I use every single day is this Lamical phone stand. Now, I have my phone on my desk all the time. I have actually 3 stands on my desk right now, plus this gooseneck you see in the corner right here. This one has my phone, and I use this to manage my carousel, check my time. I like that it has an adjustable button over here that you can slide it up or down, give you a little bit of height adjustment, flexes up and down. Use this all the time. Is this my real phone? Nope, not my real phone. Where's my real phone? Okay, it's my real phone. All right, so adjusts up and down, gives you tilt. I use this all the time. Excellent little... Literally, it's here all the time. What I would have liked is if they would have actually made it wireless magnetic charging too, so that I could charge my phone while it's in it. So that one's not a wireless magnetic charging one, but it would have been nice if they let it plug in to the base, so that way it has the wireless key charging while your phone's in the stand. So that would have been nice if it had that. Does not have that feature. Well, honestly, unless it's the color, it's kind of hard to tell. If it's not the color, it's kind of hard to tell with some of the phones. Some of them have more weight to them. But it can be hard to tell. The dummy phones are actually pretty close. So a dummy phone, which is what I have many, many of them, a dummy phone is the exact same shape and spec as the real phone. Like, this one is heavy. This one is heavier than my real iPhone. This is a dummy phone that's heavier than my real iPhone. This is the Samsung S21. No, S22. This is the S22 dummy phone, heavier than my real iPhone. Heavier than my real phone. Real metal case. So the dummy phones are exact replicas of the real phone with no motherboard. They can't power on in them. But then every other way, they're exact replica. Dummy phones are for people who do case testing. You can get dummy phones because between me and Nikita, we tested 22 iPhone 14 Pro Max cases before the iPhone 14 Pro Max came out because we got dummy replica phones. So we're always getting dummy replica phones. The one phone I can't get a dummy replica of is the Fold 4 because the folding phones, I can't find a dummy replica that can mirror the folding phones from Samsung, or else I would have had them by now. Because this here is my dummy phone for the Samsung S22 and Ultra, and it lets me test the S22 Ultra cases. By the way, this is the Raptor case of the S22 Ultra, and I love this case. I just love the laser red on it. So this is the S22 Ultra dummy phone that I use for testing cases. Next product on my list is, hey Abigail, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Next on the stream is, and I'm gonna limit the amount of times I say the word gooseneck, this Lamicall gooseneck tablet holder or phone holder, but it's better as a tablet holder. So very wide tablet, up to 11-inch screen without issue. Very tight, holds it very tight. It's flexible, although the gray part of the arm is very strong and very hard to bend. Very solid, very difficult to bend. The white part is a lot more easy to flex. But if you've ever worked with gooseneck tablet holders before, some of them, you bend the gooseneck and then it'll slide back into place or it's weak. This one is stiff and it just works very well. Where this comes in to play is if you need to, say, hold your phone or your tablet as an extra monitor or something to watch, you just adjust it, position it where you want it, and you're good to go. Where this is going to come into play soon is I'm going to set this up to do my TikTok live streaming. So I just set my phone in here in vertical mode, live stream to TikTok, and I'm good to go. Very versatile. You could put it on a bed table, living room, nightstand. Let's say you want to just, read something or watch something at a hotel room. This one can fold up pretty small, but it, again, is a little tight. What I like is the C-clamp on this one. This is an extremely large and sturdy C-clamp. The padding here has like little teeth, little rubber grippy teeth, and it won't hurt your desk. So you could really, it won't damage the wood of your desk. Whoops, just hit myself in the face. You could just screw it down, clamp it tight, and because it is that silicone padding and teeth, you don't have to worry about it pressing in the wood, because I've used C-clamps where I've screwed them too tight that I've created indents in my wooden desk before, and they're permanent like dents in my desk. You won't have to worry about that with this. It'll get nice and tight, but because it has those thick silicone pads, it's not going to damage your desk if you screw it too tight or you tighten it to where you're worried you're going to cause a dent or impression in your desk. So that's always nice, especially if you're using it for like fancier furniture, like say night tables or dining room tables or living room tables. They tend to be higher quality wood, and you don't want to cause dents or damages to them. That's where you can appreciate the C-clamp silicone padding. So out of all the goosenecks that I've reviewed, this one is by far the best one. I have one here that I can't show you because it's behind my microphone, and my Fire tablet is using it all the time. And that one, it's not as good as this one. I have it and I just leave it there, but it's not as good as this one. The reason why that one's not as good is the neck isn't as flexible, and the coils just don't work, and I don't like the C-clamp design. This one's a better C-clamp design. Oh, my dog's trying to get in. Hold on one second. Ugh. My old dog Gluten wanted to make an appearance. He's scratching to get in. Say hi, Gluey. Say hi, Gluey. How you doing? Gluten wanted to say hi. He's scratching at my door. Say hi, Gluey. How's everybody doing? Yeah. Doing good? Yeah. So, Gluten's here. This is my old guy. And Pumpkin's next to him. Pumpkin was looking a little jealous. Were you getting a little jealous? Yeah. Getting a little jealous. Pumpkin doesn't like it when I pet Gluten. He gets jealous. He gets very jealous. He gets this look on his face that you could tell he's just like, a little jealous. Alright, you go lay down. Lay down. Leave him alone. Don't pick a fight. You go lay down. Alright. Distracted by dog. Alright, doing good on timing here. I think. See how many products I left. Yeah, I'm doing good on timing. So next up on the list, you're heavy, Gluten. A little bit on the fat side. The SyncWire magnetic wireless charger. So I really like the concept of wireless chargers. So I use wireless chargers fairly regularly. That's a fake phone. I'm a real phone. See, it did it again. All right. And I use wireless chargers. The concept of wireless chargers I really like. They're convenient, but when I'm out and about, me personally, the case that I use most often personally for me is an armored case that I could have on my belt clip. Yes, I'm one of those people who wears a phone in a belt clip. Most of the case brands nowadays do not make belt clips for your phone case anymore, but I still am one of those people that wears my case and my phone around my belt clip. So a lot of these thick armored cases that go in the belt clips, they don't do the magnetic transition really well. So I usually don't use wireless mag chargers, although I do have them. I don't use them as often, but they really can be convenient. Being able to just set your phone on a disc and let it charge and not have to deal with plugging and unplugging and plugging and unplugging, because eventually the cable heads do wear out. And I'm always worried about damaging the ports. Not as much with Lightning and USB-C, but man, do you remember those micro USB days? If you remember the original generations of the Fire tablets, the number one thing to break on the older gens of Fire tablets was that micro USB port. Unplugging and plugging that micro USB port too many times eventually unseated it from the motherboard of the Kindle Fire tablet, and that was the number one break of the Fire tablets. Probably the first 3 generations was how easy that micro USB, just plugging and unplugging, eventually broke it. The new Fire tablets, like the one I have now, are all USB-C, so you don't really have that issue anymore. They're a lot more stable, but wireless magnetic charging is still pretty excellent. And it's gotten really, really good. The wireless magnetic charging now is nearly as fast. It's not as fast as USB-C or Lightning on a nice high-quality output charger, but it's gotten a lot faster. So I'm going to show you the video of the iPhone SyncWire magnetic wireless charger for iPhone. And I think Nate did this one, if I remember. So this is the first video of this stream. The rest was all on hand products.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Nathaniel with Dragon Block.
Out of green tea, and I'm switching to less of my coffee.
To showcase to you guys this wireless magnetic charger from the company SyncWire. I've reviewed their 40-watt car charger. Very good quality, and this is not an exception to the quality of the products they make. As you can see here, this is very simple to set up. There's not a lot to this, so this is going to be a really quick video. One thing I'm very impressed with is the build quality. It's an all metal construction. The USB connector is all metal, and you have this nice thick braided cable. Getting this set up is super simple. All you want to do is take the included magnet, stick it on the back of your phone case or on the inside of your phone case, and then just put your phone case back onto your phone. Once you have that done, all you simply want to do is plug in the SyncWire wireless magnetic charger, and this little key will kind of flip open, and once you do that, all you have to do is just simply grab your phone, line it up, and as you can
I like that it
see,
kind of acts as a stand too.
Up and sits there perfectly. Now this creates a really nice feature that you can use on your nightstand, at your desk at work, your gaming area, or anything like that. And when you're done, all you simply have to do is just take
and you can use it
off.
horizontally
So
or vertically.
before, this is a very nicely built wireless charger, very simple to set up. If you guys have been looking to add something like this to your collection or add to your desk, I highly recommend this SyncWire USB wireless charger.
So I'm a pretty big fan of SyncWire too. I've been using their products for a while as well. They make everything from car chargers to USB chargers to wall outlet chargers to USB-C adapters. SyncWire makes a lot of good stuff too. I've enjoyed using a lot of their products too. Never had issue with any of their products. So next up on the list is 2 different types of tripod kits for different purposes. The first one is the Fujitex 51-inch phone tripod, and this one is a selfie stick tripod stick. I can't remember who did this one. I think Nikita did this one. Yeah, looks like it. Wait,
so this is
that's not Nikita's color.
1-inch phone stand tripod.
Oh, that's Nikita before he got his watermark in color. That was the temporary guest color watermark at the time. Jeff's Green Dragon. Yeah.
Certain videos. I love it. So I'm just going to show you some of the features that it has here. So this is where you put your phone. Obviously, you have this little knob here at the bottom where you can adjust it however you see fit to, depending on how big or small your phone is, and then you can tighten.
Just catching up on Twitter chat here. I see a Pat at him.
As you can see, like I'm putting some force here, but it's not really moving. That's because this little knob right here locks it into place once you have your phone where you want it. And then if you want to change it, you can just loosen it up. And then as you can see, it kind of moves a lot easier here. It has very good adjustable height settings. All you have to do is unclip, and then it'll just fall down, you know. So you can do that. And then what I really like about it is the fact that it's pretty compact. Once you take it all the way down to as far as it can go, it's pretty easy to get it to like fold up. I can't do it right now because I have to hold one hand to record the video. But the other thing that's really cool about it,
Teresa,
like,
cannot quite understand. My dog was awakened from the open source tones around
little,
Buck Up again.
carrying case. It just goes right in here. You know, once you
Yeah.
put the legs down, you just drop it right in here, and you're good to
Yeah,
go.
some people could get that from staring at screens too long. I stare at a screen way too long, I'll be honest with you. I stare at a screen like 15 hours a day.
It'd be really good with it.
I gotta close my eyes and I still see the image of the
thing that
screen
I like to use it for is
permanently etched in my retina.
Everyone knows the struggle of trying to look as presentable as possible when you're on FaceTime.
Have a good night. Thanks for
Finding
showing up.
people, it means
Thanks for
finding
stopping
them.
and say hi.
It's really good because, like I said, it's 51 feet. So if you're sitting 51 inches. So if you're sitting down, you know, you can just pop it up as high as you deem necessary and make sure that you get your best.
So pretty versatile selfie stick and tripod. And Mrs. Dragon Blogger actually uses one of these regularly to film her product reviews. One of these adjustable ones that she'll take into the kitchen. And I can't remember if she uses a Fujitech one or a different brand, but it's virtually exactly the same. Has the little tripod legs. It's got the 3 adjustable extension pole parts where you can put it just above the island when she wants to shoot footage on what she's chopping on the cutting board or shooting in the kitchen. I also used it outside when I was shooting my gas pit table that I was assembling. So we use one of these quite often when we're filming with our phone. You just get a perfect stable shot because when you're holding a phone, you know, even when you have 2 people, if somebody's holding a phone manually, whether it's in horizontal mode or vertical mode, they're going to be slightly shaky, right? You want something that's going to give you complete stability, and unless you're going to buy a separate gimbal and hold it in a gimbal, these help with that. And they're good to have because they give you hands-free access to be able to showcase or work with what you're working with and just film it. So, really good price for the selfie stick. $12.99. I positive this thing was more. So it's 52% off tonight. Normally $27. So this one is on sale for $12.99. I was like, $12.99 is crazy cheap for an aluminum stick, because this is an aluminum stick, not plastic. So $12.99 for an aluminum, much sturdier than a plastic tripod. That's not bad. They can set up. They're not too heavy. No, not heavy at all. Because it's aluminum, it's not like steel or iron. They're not that heavy. They're pretty light. Pretty easy to carry. So like this one, 1.01 pounds. Just a pound. Literally, that's it. Yeah, not heavy at all. Aluminum is very lightweight and more sturdy than plastic. See, I've had plastic ones before that have broken because the plastic, when pulling the poles up and down, or the plastic heads, I've had plastic selfie sticks before, tripod selfie sticks, and they've all gone junk on me and had to be broken. Aluminum ones are the way to go if you need a tripod selfie stick. The next up is the US Key Vision. Now, this isn't a tripod. Like, it's not tall. It's not tall. The other one's 51 inches, so it's 4 feet. Yeah. So you could get them to be 61 inches, 51 inches, 61 inches, or 62 inches. Just get the height that works best for you. 51 inches usually gives you more than enough height. You seldom want to shoot from higher up. Like, you don't need your camera to be 60 inches high unless you're very tall and you want it to shoot straight and even with your shoulders. Then you do need a tall selfie stick. So really gauge it based on the height that you want to shoot at. So this product I actually have in person. Let me show this to you real quick here. I have part of it in person, not the whole thing, but I have part of it. Let me unscrew this here. A second. All right. So I've got some parts of this right here. This is the US Key Vision tripod selfie stick. I'll put it over to full screen and I'll show you the video on this one after. So what I particularly like about this one is it has the pivot ball head built in, which is nice because most don't have a really nice pivot ball head. This one, the pivot ball head can go completely, horizontal, and it locks into place. It's just very versatile. The pivot ball head locks into place really well. Very nice pivot. Usually, you have to buy a separate pivot ball head, fully detachable, and you can actually put it on any other tripod stick you want. So that's one thing I like right off the bat. Number two, it has a very nice handheld tripod legs that are the perfect size to hold as a selfie stick, especially for like a low holding selfie stick, not like one of those long extension pole selfie sticks. So that's what I like as well. The tripod legs extend out, but if you press this button in, you can make it completely flat and flush if you needed to. So works well like that. What makes this kit so particularly good is not only does it come with the selfie stick, it comes with the extension pole to give it a little bit extra height. It comes with a key light, which has battery power with 2 different color temperatures. It comes with a really nice shotgun mic that plugs into 3.5 millimeter, which is good for either a camera, or you have to get the, if you use it for your iPhone, you have to get the 3.5 millimeter to lightning adapter to make it work with your iPhone for the shotgun mic. But it also comes with 2 types of wind socks, one wind sock and one wind shield, which work pretty well as well. So, and a shock mount, and most don't come with a shock mount. They don't even think about the shock mount. So I'll show you the video on this one, but this is a really cool vlogging setup. If you're somebody who likes to do TikTok streams, reels, in the living room, just ad hoc without any editing, and you just do it raw video shooting, this is a really, really nice kit with a carry case. Let me get the video of this one.
Here, looking at the US Key Vision VMAX smartphone vlogging kit. What I really like about this vlogging kit is not only does it come with a mini tripod that acts as a selfie stick, but the shotgun mic is really impressive. And the fact that it has its own shock mount also to help reduce vibrations is pretty cool. It also comes with a wind sock that you could put on the mic to help reduce some wind noise, some background wind.
Hey, Blaster Bro, I see on YouTube.
But it also comes with a wind sock, which is better for
bird
outdoors.
vision, yeah, exactly.
When it's breezy out or something like that. The wind sock is ideal for outdoors and helping reduce any of that wind noise from getting into the microphone. It is a single directional microphone facing exactly the way it's pointed. And again, it just works great as a selfie stick too. And you can choose to use this extension pole or not use this extension pole. It comes with a little LED light that you can mount also with it. It has 2 different color temperatures. You can make it even strobe if you want to, and it allows you to adjust the brightness up or down. Now, it doesn't go too far outside. I would have to say that
So real quick, let me pause it right here. This vlogging kit is ideal for indoors. Like, let's say you're in a living room, you're in a bedroom, you're in, a closet, somewhere where you want to do shooting indoors. The key light that comes with it goes maybe 3 feet, 2 to 3 feet from it. It's meant for you to be relatively close. The key light's not ideal for outdoors. It doesn't have a lot of brightness. The range drops off significantly. So if you want to shoot, say, at night in your yard, your patio, or something at night, you are going to need a stronger light source. It doesn't do a tremendous amount of lighting. So that's about the thing. Kitchen, indoor shooting, yeah, kitchen too. But it's a really nice setup, and the windsock is really good, and the shotgun mic is surprisingly good. Although I find that I don't like having to use the 3.5 millimeter to lightning adapter. The mic is perfectly capable of working with a camera
LED light is
as well.
definitely meant more for indoors. The light itself isn't so bright. It doesn't extend very far. So you really have to keep pretty close to the camera on your phone and pretty close to the tripod for the light to be effective. But if you want, you could remove the pole, and I'll show you how you can remove the pole here. And you could just use the VMAX tripod directly with the camera and clamp with the microphone and the light, and you don't have to have it on the extension pole unless you want it raised on the extension pole. Since it uses standard thread mounts, you can even use this with a regular tripod as well. It comes with a great carry case that you can put all your parts in, and it has your cables. The only thing is, for the microphone, it's a
So again, it works out very well. And how I use this now is I don't actually even use it for my phone. Let me see if I can show you how I actually use it without breaking something. Give me a second. Can I take this off? Can I? Take it off, take it off, take it off. Okay. So this should be interesting. So here's how I use this now. I have quite the setup. So currently I use that setup, and I have this. This is basically a dual bar that I screw into this. Let me show you how this works. I have crazy setups here, crazy setups. So I have this, right? And then here I have another pivot mount, which I put my one webcam, which I just unplugged, which was my Logitech Brio, on this pivot mount. And then I have this for putting my phone. And now I can have my webcam here and my phone here pointed at me at the same time. So I get creative, right? I get creative with my gadgets and my sources. So I'm always looking at ways to get more efficiency. If you see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 C-clamped poles to my desk right now. Between my desk and Miss Dragonblogger's Product Showcase desk, I've got the LED lamp for me, the product one, my EOS R camera, my Yeti mic, the Heron 5-foot extendable one for her Yeti mic, and then I've got the clamp for the Fire tablet, this gooseneck clamp, and then of course I've got the C-clamp pole for my monitor itself. So I am like, the device is everywhere. It's like Doc Octopus in my office right now, all the time. Hey, I appreciate that, Blaster Bro. Thank you very much. Hope to see you again soon. So a lot of gadgets, there's a lot of things pointed at me all the time. I always feel like eyes are watching me all the time. All right, that's it from my stream. I'll set this up later. I don't want to knock my drink over, so I'll put this back together very carefully later. That's it for my stream. In 2 minutes, Asteroidea will be coming up for her 2-hour stream. Thank you for tuning in with me early tonight. And I will be doing a giveaway during Asteroidea stream. I'll open it up and I'll reset the entries real quick here as I end the stream. Appreciate you coming out and spending some time with me to see these various iPhone accessories and phone accessories and cases and things like that. And keep some of these products and brands in mind if you are going to get the new iPhone 14 or you're just looking for an upgrade. And I'll talk to you all soon. I'll be in chat moderating Asteroidea stream. You can always come and join our Discord. And feel free to remember to enter our giveaways. We have the Nintendo Switch Lite with Pokemon Legends Arceus, as well as the solar panel plus security camera E20 from Eufy. You can enter to win those. And I've always got new giveaways launching all the time. So be sure to stay tuned. Come and chat with us. Feel free to talk about anything. Let us know what your favorite products are. Let us know what you want us to showcase in the future. And we'll be happy to accommodate you. Have a great night and see you soon during Aster stream.